Hey, welcome back to the channel. If you caught my last video, you know that there's a bit of a back and forth going on. Well, Cassie made, I don't know if you call it a video, a marathon. She made a marathon that went for a fucking hour. Anyway, this is my response. So let's get into it.
We're on a mission from God.
So before we get into her video, I just want to say this video will be a bit of a marathon. I had to edit out a lot of crap to sort of get to her core points. So I would normally not cut up a reaction video. I would normally not cut up their video. I would just leave everything in so I can respond to it. But because she went for an hour, this thing would end up being 2 to 3 hours long. I definitely did not want that for anyone, especially for me. So yeah, I have edited this stuff up. Cassie wants to respond, she can, but this will be the last video I make about this shit because this is really not my shtick.
I've been called out, apparently, according to this Xbox fanboy, I'm a grifter. Yes, apparently I'm a grifter.
Yes, you definitely are a grifter. And it's not only because of what you're doing now. It's for a very specific reason that I have up on screen here. As you said yourself. So I decided to do my best to cover positive content or games instead of woke discussions or salt content. And guess what? It leads to bleeding interest in your channel overall. Your channel overall. Your channel. It's almost like the whole, why don't you just talk about games crowd is just moral grandstanding. No, mate. We're not just moral we built our channels on games. You built your channel on having woke discussions and salt content, which you suck at. It's not your stick either, man. You're trying to be an Alex, but you're just not an Alex. You're not a Grums, you're not a Hypnotic, you sure as hell are not an Alex. It's fucking embarrassing how bad you're trying to be Alex. Find your own thing, Cassie. Like, do your own thing, man. This is what I was trying to say to you when you would, he only fucking morally grandstands or contacts me when I was literally trying to help you out. Because I could see which way you were going. I could see you going down that grifter path. And you made it real clear with this post. You tried like what? 3 positive videos? 4 positive videos? Out of your entire channel content, which is just full of this woke salt bullshit that you're not even that good at. Everyone that does this content, except for xCloud, everyone that does this content does it better than you. And so yeah, you literally said you are doing this for clicks. You said it yourself. I'm just going with what you said. You said this. Now, if you don't like what it is, don't say what it is. You said it.
He said, there's absolutely nothing wrong with having pronouns in a game. And I read this and I'm like, you're saying nothing. Like, literally, you've said nothing. Because the reality is, yes, pronouns are a part of, you know, how you talk about people or engage in discussion with people or address people. That is a reality. So what you said here means nothing.
Yeah, it's called irony. It's ironic because literally every game uses pronouns. It's sort of what makes it a little bit funny to me. And there really is nothing wrong with having a them, they option in a game. There just isn't. Not for me. And I think objectively, there just isn't. If that shit makes you mad, you probably need to get the fuck outside. Touch a little bit of grass.
This is literally just avoiding the actual debate or discussion. It's like, hey, you know, I'm going to make this dumb fuck gotcha that has nothing to do with the debate and the sides people take on the whole situation. Nothing at all.
I'm not sure how you avoid a debate or a discussion by making a comment on it. That's not avoidance. That's getting involved. Again, dictionary. I'll send you the link.
Knowing that fucking Riskit shouldn't even be involved in the conversation. I said you have nothing of value to add to the conversation. Shut up, bitch. Shut up, bitch.
Keep this one in mind because it'll become relevant later.
He's an Xbox fanboy that is upset that Xbox doesn't have exclusives anymore. That's him more than anything else, which I very strongly disagreed with him on. He believes that Xbox should just have their own exclusives. They shouldn't be on PC. They definitely shouldn't be going to PlayStation. That's the type of dude that he is because, well, now he has nothing to talk about, so now he has to get involved in adult conversations that he is not ready for, clearly. He's not ready for these conversations.
Oh, so a few things here, Cassie. Look, I'm not upset about exclusivity. I was concerned about the future of the console when that was announced. But I don't get upset about gaming. Like, I don't get angry about this sort of stuff. It's gaming. It's supposed to be fun. It is to me. I've got no issue with games going to PC. I don't know where you got that from. I've got no issue with any of the games that have gone to PlayStation yet. Look, I may end up having an issue if they send over Halo Gears because every platform needs exclusivity. That's just, you can't change my mind on that because it's just a fact. Netflix, Prime, Disney, PlayStation, even Steam has their exclusives. They don't need to buy them anymore. People just develop for that. They have exclusive content on Steam. Every single platform has fucking exclusives. Cassie just doesn't understand that because she doesn't understand the industry. Talking about adult conversations that people aren't ready for, Cassie, that's you. You're not ready for this conversation. Based on your content, based on this actual video, the way you act, and you're talking about adults in the room. Also, I feel like you would need to have a good understanding of politics to exist within this conversation. And I just don't think you do.
Let's see where this video stands in terms of the like to dislike ratio. So, the video currently has 58 likes and 101 dislikes.
Yeah, I just don't give a shit about like to dislike ratios. I don't care. Like, I'm not like you. You keep sort of trying to pin this whole grifter thing on me on Twitter and in this video, but that's just not me. I talk about what I want to talk about when I want to talk about it. And if people like it, that's great. And if they don't, that's great too. I don't care. I don't know why you're so concerned with clicks instead of just being yourself. It's sad.
Matter of fact, let's use my video. Mind you, he put this video out maybe about 12 hours after I put out my video, a little more than 12 hours. Like, and mind you, if he was going to talk shit about me, maybe he should have just watched my fucking video so that he actually knows where I stand on the subject matter. Because let's use my video. And mind you, I hate listening to myself. Like, I find this disgusting right now that I have to listen to myself. But
yeah, I mean, you hit the nail on the head there. Like, I didn't watch your content and I don't watch your content because I guess you're not the only one that hates listening to you. It was painful to go through all this to respond. But hey, I did it because, I'm a good friend.
So, a few things here. First off, he's admitting he's willing to just concede to anybody's level of delusion that they happen to engage in. He's willing to do that. And while I think that there's concessions that can be made, that's fair. Obviously, especially if you're in certain scenarios. If somebody who is trans looks like a female, even though biologically they're male, they want to have, be regarded as female, and they look the part. Sure, fair. I don't really have a problem with that. There's plenty of trans people in the community that I just refer to as their, as who they look, what they look like, because it's fairly easy to do that because they actually do a decent job at looking the part. That's one thing. I don't have a problem with that.
Oh no! Cassie went woke. What happened?
There's times where I've been misgendered plenty of times. People think that I'm a dude.
Yeah, this is just low-hanging fruit. I'm not going to touch that one.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not going to do the whole non-binary thing. I'm good, bro. You got to pick a fucking side, bro.
So what would you do? Like, how would you handle that? I mean, it probably wouldn't come up because you don't leave the house. Clearly, very often. But what would you do? You'd just be like, nah, I'm not doing that. I don't see many people doing that. Nah, I'm not doing that. And I don't know if you've got the stones to be the, nah, I'm not doing that because that's what you believe in. Like, and why is it, like, for me, if someone wants to be called they, them, I'm not really calling them they, them in front of them anyway. It's like when we're talking about someone, we use their pronouns, not often to them. If it's Bob, I just call him Bob. No worries, Bob. Be pretty rare that there would be a Bob with a they, them. Let's be fair. Maybe a Barry. But like, I would just use their name. And why is it up to you or me, or why is it up to anything? And why is it a bitch move that apparently I have to recorrect their entire fucking life and mental way of thinking? That's not up to me, man. That's not my fucking job. The fuck am I to go around and tell people how to think, what to be called, what to do? You literally spend most of this video talking about how you don't want to be told what to do and people shouldn't shut down your speech, which is exactly what you fucking did. We'll get into that later. But what, you think that you should because someone wants to be called they, them? It's your entire video is fucking hypocritical. And it's crazy that you're not even smart enough to see that.
Not that type of person that's going to automatically dismiss it, but my guard goes up. And I think that that's an absolutely fair, nuanced position to have.
Yeah, look, I agree with that. 110% agree with that. I didn't like some of the scenes and the story writing and some of the things in the Valguard. And I can understand if you saw pronouns in a game, your guard would go up. I think that's fair.
Riskit clearly has a problem with people making their own decisions based on how they feel. And what I deliberately say is, don't tell me what the fuck to do with my time and my money. That's all I ask.
Yeah, I'm not telling anyone what to do with their time and their money. I'm not out here bitching about pronouns, telling people you're part of the problem or any of that shit. You do what you want. I have an opinion. I'm expressing my opinion. Nothing wrong. Well, I mean, it's only okay if you do it, apparently.
And it's hilarious because he was one of the dudes that wanted me to just to go at Hypnotic, to denounce Hypnotic or whatever. It's like, why are you trying to force me to do shit? Like, I don't respond well to people trying to essentially how do you say, like, use their moral authority to try and make me concede to doing something that I don't want to do, because that's just fucking dumb. Like, if I have to do something very specific, if I have to take a stand in order to essentially have your trust or be cool with you, go fuck yourself every single time. Absolutely, Miss Bella. If you try and tell me what to do, I'm immediately going to do the opposite. Don't tell me what the fuck to do. And that's the main reason why me and Riskit are not friends anymore. I mean, we don't fuck with each other no more.
Yes, there's a bit with this one. So that's not the reason we're not friends. The reason we're not friends is you can't have a nuanced conversation without being aggressive, going ad hominem, and basically being an all-round dick. I had comments, I had things to say about you supporting Hypnotic, because Hypnotic supports racist shit in his videos. Someone said the things that he said that was said on his podcast. He didn't say them. I'll take that back. But someone said the things that was said on his podcast. I would pull that shit up immediately and that person would be out the fuck on their ass. I don't do racist shit. That ain't me. It'll never be me. You can call that fucking woke, call that whatever the fuck you want. Now, if you want to be friends with that dude, like, okay, go for it, man. But I'm going to have something to say about that because that's what friends do. When you're fucking up, friends step in and say, hey, this. Now, if you don't want to listen, that's cool. But if you go the extra fucking mile and you start acting like a dick, well, then I'm going to respond in kind. That's what's going to happen. Because I'm going to take shit from you, a snot-nosed little fucking prick like you. I don't have to take that shit, mate. And I won't. And you were going publicly at a friend of mine, ad hominem. He wasn't going ad hominem at you. He was making his comments. I see two friends going at it. I step in to calm the situation down. The problem is, when you flipped it, you confused kindness for weakness. And that ain't me, mate.
The situation had evolved like 5 steps forward. So he decided to tweet this after the pronouns thing was established, after the fucking art director came out on his fuck shit, after after the accusations of potentially like bad business practices of hiring were coming out. Like, he decided to make this tweet and then make this video way the fuck after all these other events. Like, the situation had evolved into multiple other events, adding more layers to the conversation. So it's like, you decided to take a very safe milquetoast stance here when all this other shit is also out here.
All right, so listen, a few things here. So yeah, I tweeted after the whole thing blew up. That's 110% true. The point is, this shitstorm should have never blown the fuck up. And the reason that it did is because of grifters. You guys are at fault. The layers to the conversation exist because grifters like you fucking cause them constantly. The developer's reaction was 110% stupid. I've already spoken about that at length. I speak about it again on the show this week coming. It's no less stupid than the anti-woke fucking community's reaction to pronouns. The fact that it's come to this over pronouns says more about you guys, the anti-woke crowd, than it does about the fucking devs. And it's fucking sad to see. Frankly, I'm sick of it. Look, if the hiring practices are true, they should be investigated. But stating that as fact, based on a tweet, is misleading and also stupid. The video, Cassie, came because you tried to shut down my speech, because you told me to shut the fuck up. You don't get to tell me to shut the fuck up and then I go do it. It doesn't work like that. I don't know who the fuck you think I am, but I'm not that guy.
A centrist to him just means that you're just being a pussy and not taking a side. I am through and through libertarian by nature, more than just a political stance. It's more so a life stance. And a lot of my takes are very much like based on my libertarian thought process. Like, don't make me do shit that I don't want to do. Don't tell me what to do. Don't condemn me for my takes, for me choosing not to support something that you don't fuck with, stuff like that. But he's just like, well, I'm trying to play it safe because I'm just trying to be industry friendly. So I'm centered. So it's just interesting how people like Riskit, who claim to be centered because they're too afraid to actually have their own takes, take their own stances. Exactly, it's all about being yourself. He doesn't want to be himself. He doesn't want to take any real stances. And he also, in return, it seems like he doesn't want other people to take stances on anything either.
Yeah, this whole thing that people keep coming up with, I've heard this many times, and she said it here. So let me respond. I would consider myself more of a political refugee, I guess. Like, I was left. The left ran so far left, they left me behind. And I'm probably slightly right of center, but only ever so slightly. I've got a lot of different political views. And I have political views, and I express them regularly on Twitter, if you paid attention and did your research. Being in the Senate doesn't mean that I don't have a fucking opinion. And being in the center is hard because the left comes after you and the right come after you. But I don't have to conform to any political fucking ideologies that I don't want to. You're literally telling me, after saying that you don't like being told what to do, to conform to a fucking ideal. Do you understand how fucking hypocritical you are?
But that's the thing too. When it comes to people that don't want you to have the conversations, that's the shit that I don't fuck with. Because how fucking dare you try and control what conversations I try to have? Like, how fucking dare you try and control that? I think that's disgusting.
Again, do you not see how hypocritical you are? What's up on your fucking screen right now? What did you say to me? You have nothing to add to this conversation. Shut up, bitch. And then you're crying in a video with that in the background about me trying to shut down your speech? Are you all there? Do I need to get you some help?
It's also easy to say that when, and not for nothing, no disrespect to people that engage in Game Pass, but it's easier to take these stances if you just be like, oh, well, I'm a Game Pass gamer. It's easy to say that I'll just play it and judge it based on its merits. It's easy to say that when you don't have to put up $60 or $70 fucking dollars for every fucking game you choose to engage in and have limited time to play everything. It's easy to say that shit.
100% true. That's the power of Game Pass. If it isn't good, I don't have to play it. If it is good, I get to play it for $20 a month. Where's the negative?
Like, for me, it's like, dude, I don't really engage in Game Pass like that. I want to buy the game and own the game. Now,
that's your decision. Sucks to be you.
Oh, so maybe there's something to the shit that people were saying that you are complaining about, the people that you're complaining about. Maybe there's something to what they're saying, huh? What a shock. What a shock. And here's the thing, like, Riskit doesn't usually get involved in these conversations when it comes to, the whole DEI, woke, anti-woke. It's a very recent thing that he's doing. And it's like, bro, we've depended on you, like, your content, and like people like you that are like, I choose to not take a stance in the political, in the whole political debate, the social political debates in the gaming industry. Like, you choose to be a centrist. We depend on the centrists to actually discuss the merits of the game. And now you're a so-called centrist that's, really just full of shit. You're a so-called centrist that now wants to get involved in the political discussion. And that's the problem. And what you're doing, the thing is, what he's doing is you are engaging in the very thing that you don't want to happen. You're giving it even more power because now you, even the centrist that's supposed to be discussing the merits of the games, now you're getting involved in the political discussion, which is what you don't even want. So you look like an idiot even being involved in the first place.
Yeah, look, we're running out of time. This video's getting long, and I responded to this earlier. Cassie, if you'd never said what you said, I wouldn't have made the video.
It's almost like we actually agree on a lot of things. So, he's calling me a grifter. We agree on a lot of things, actually. Maybe he's a grifter, too. I don't know, bro. Because he's saying all this shit, the same shit that I was saying. The problem is, I'm not a fucking coward, and I say everything that I feel. That's the only difference.
It's weird that she says that because anyone who knows me, like anyone who knows me or has had even spent a little bit of time with me, knows I say everything I think and everything I say, I fucking mean. So, if you can come up with an example where I've not said something that I mean, like, fine, do it. But you won't be able to find one because I speak my fucking mind, like it or not. Clearly you don't like it.
And by the way, this video got like over 700 views, I guess. You know, I was saying for a long time, my name ain't worth shit. Because, usually when people make videos on me, they get no views. I'm like, oh, my name ain't worth shit yet. Maybe that's starting to change. I don't like to get full of myself. Maybe just a little bit. Maybe a little bit.
Oh, shit. 700 views? Actually, it's up to 1.7 views and pretty standard. I'm hitting anywhere from about 500 to 1,000, which ain't much. And if you're getting a big head over 700 views, I don't know, man. Things must be worse over there than I thought they were.
I'm just saying, you know, I'm not going to go there and I'm not going to go there, but maybe you're just the authoritarian pig that wants to try and control the conversation, brother. And what I'm saying is talk what the fuck you want to talk about. If you don't like this conversation, do more in creating different conversations to have. I always support more conversation.
Talk what the fuck you want to talk about, but shut up, bitch. Gotcha.
So what you're saying is we want more games, even if they happen to be bad. Because the more games, the better, even if they're shit. And we should support bad games. That's the takeaway? That's really the takeaway. We should still reward developers that do shit that gamers don't want. That's what he's...
No. How did you get that out of that? Strange. No. I'm saying every time you stomp on a studio for fuck all, it damages the studio. If you crushed Obsidian, which is a good studio with a storied history, and they only just had he, him, and she, her, right, in their character creator, and that studio went down because of all the negative attention that it got, that's not good for consumers. I hope I made that clear, because it seems that you struggle to understand basic concepts.
And mind you, the last time I had a debate with Mr. Riskit for the Biscuit, we were in a Twitter space, and I think I mentioned that earlier. You know what happened in that Twitter space, mind you guys? You know, I got muted 3+ times because I was fucking trouncing on this idiot, fucking destroying him because he was mad that Xbox don't have exclusives no more. Fucking destroying this dude. It's so much that he had to fucking mute me.
You got muted 3+ times because you wouldn't shut the fuck up and let other people speak. That's why you got muted. It's got nothing to do with being authoritarian. Like, there was other people in that space that wanted to have an opinion, and you would not shut up. And you got fucking stomped, not just by me, but by multiple people. So, I mean, I don't know. I am seeing with you there's a pattern of being delusional. So maybe that's what happened there for you.
Knowing that you're an authoritarian that clearly likes to try and control conversations, knowing that you don't actually do your fucking research when it comes to these discussions, you don't do your research in regards to actually knowing where my positions are. Why the fuck would I waste my fucking time debating someone like this?
Well, there you have it. She's running away. She must have kicked my ass so bad in the last debate, she's raring to go for this one. Look, Cassie, you're out here trying to shut down speech. You're out here regularly telling people to shut up, bitch. If you scroll through your timeline, shut up, bitch is probably your most used GIF. It's fucking laughable that you think other people are trying to shut down your speech when that's actually what you're doing. You're a fucking hypocrite, mate. Stay out of my tweets. Stay off my fucking timeline. And you won't get videos like this. Look, guys, that's the end of the video. I do apologize to my audience. Sometimes I have to respond to this ridiculous clown shoe shit. I am going to be making more content. I've been super busy. Got 5 kids, full-time job, missus, life, things to do, but I've got a setup that I think I can manage whilst I'm on the road. So please jump back in soon. If you did like this content, unfortunately, there's not going to be much of it on this channel, but there'll be other content. So hit the like, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.